my Blu-ray DVD haul of March 2021. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. And if you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you as well. Let's get into the video. And first up we have the Little Rascals, a very nostalgic piece for me and my family. Not obviously the original The Little Rascals, but it's a fun little flick. And then up next is one of the 4 versions of A Star Is Born, the one with Judy Garland. This is actually really good, but I would say it's my 3rd favorite of the 4. Out of the 4, it ranks 3rd. So, but yeah, it's the Ultimate Deluxe Edition 2 disc, and it's a very long movie, 3 hours at best, but it's a really good one. I highly recommend this one. And then up next is a fantastic horror thriller, I should say. It Follows. It's beautifully shot. It's well lit. It's fantastic. It's crazy good. So if you have never heard of it or even seen it, it's fantastic. Up next we have Superbad. I think the one thing I love about this film is that it's Emma Stone's first film, and it's pretty funny. Got Jonah Hill, one of his earlier roles, and yeah. And then we have the classic Caddyshack. Can't go wrong with that. Then we have a Dennis Quaid film called Dragonheart. And then we have, one of my subscribers will love me for this, but Land of the Lost. Got Will Ferrell, and I'll just mention it in Chaka. And then we have a rousing, great, beautiful film with Logan Lerman, Emma Watson, and Ezra Miller, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Amazing. It's so good. It's just a fantastic, beautiful film. And then we have What's Eating Gilbert... Whoops. And then we have What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Johnny Depp and Leonardo Dicaprio in one of his very first roles. And actually got nominated for this role in What's Eating Gilbert. And got nominated in this role for What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Leonardo DiCaprio. So I highly recommend this too. And then we have kind of a guilty pleasure with The Legend of Tarzan. Got Samuel L. Jackson. You got Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie's probably the best in here. But Alexander Skarsgård, kind of an interesting name, but it's kind of cool seeing him in this. And then we have Ryan Gosling's Blue Valentine. Oh my word, such a great love film. Such a great, kind of romantic, kind of not. It's one of those reality type movies. It's a hard watch, but it's also a good watch too. And then we have probably one of my personal favorite Christian films, Facing the Giants. Anybody else remember that scene with the football field? Such a great scene. I think it's fantastic. I love that scene. It's probably one of the best. And then we have Waitress. It was actually made into a musical, which is interesting. But you have Carrie Russell as a struggling waitress, and she goes through all these life challenging things, and it's really good. And then we got a collection of the Psycho films. I've never seen 3 and 4, but I have seen the second one, and oh my word, the original, masterpiece. The second one, I had low expectation for this because it's a sequel to Psycho. It's actually not that bad. It's actually really good. So I actually got, all 4 of them. Psycho 2, Psycho 3, and Psycho 4, the beginning. So, and then got a double feature here with the Journey films, the Journey to the Center of the Earth and Journey 2. Adding that to my collection of films. The first one, it's fun. The second one, it's got Dwayne The Rock Johnson in one of his roles. So yeah. Then we have kind of another nostalgic piece for me in my family, Misty. And this is a rare film to find on DVD. It's like we used to have it on VHS and then we sold it. But what boggles my mind is how this film is hard to find on DVD, especially online. I've looked on Amazon, I've looked on eBay and all this stuff. Went to a store down in Indiana for this. I live in Michigan, and I found this. It was like one of the first stores I went to, and I'm like, okay, got it for a nice cheap price. So then we have, don't kill me, but adding on to the superhero collection, we got Fantastic Four. No, it's Fantastic. This was just such a gloomy movie and just so dark and whatever. Like, I just feel so bad for Josh Trank with this movie. It's just, I just feel so awful about it. Like, golly dang, I feel so bad for the guy. And then we have, as the final film of March that I bought on DVD, is the Sherlock Holmes collection. The first one and the second one with Robert Downey Jr. Can't go wrong with Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. These are some interesting and fantastic, well-done made movies. I actually like the second one the best, but both of them, they are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They're so good. And that was my Blu-ray DVD collection of March 2021. I appreciate you guys being here. I want to thank my Patreon supporters, Mark McKeever and Matt Lane, from Matt Lane Fitness, for supporting me on Patreon, and it'd be much appreciated if you were it'd be appreciated if you would go check out my channel and check out my Patreon page to see if it's worth both subscribing to and being a patron of mine, because it would be much appreciated, because the money from Patreon goes to the production of these videos, gets saved up and goes to lighting and background and all sorts of goodies. And I appreciate you guys being here. Stay random, guys.